It has been almost night and day from preschool to kindergarten. Last year in preschool, the Vigo had the ability to allow Getty to have a window, to be able to see inside the classroom, to be able to engage in a visual way, and to be able to see what all the other kids were doing in her class. This year in kindergarten, the Vigo is really changing that window. Now it's a door. Getty is physically in the classroom. She's physically doing the assignments. She's physically showing that she is just as engaged as the other kids. And the relationships with the other kids have been amazing. That kind of opportunity has been opened up to her, and the Vigo is going to allow her to keep that door open. Getty is very high-spirited. She's very passionate about whatever it is that she wants to do or is doing. She loves books, dancing, and she loves music. She knows what she wants, and she's just kind of this big ball of sass, and she just loves life. I mean, honestly, every day is just kind of a new adventure for her, and we're a part of the journey. Getty was diagnosed at 4 months with spinal muscular atrophy, and she has the most severe type, which is type 1. Cognitively, she's not delayed whatsoever. If anything, that's even more astute. Her muscles, for the most part, are just extremely weak. There's a lot of health considerations, and her lungs are very compromised, and so we realized very early on that we're going to need to keep her home. We would love nothing more than to have her in the classroom and be with her peers, but a cold or a slight cough can turn into pneumonia almost immediately. So we're very thankful that we've been able to keep her as safe and as healthy as we can.
I've been teaching for 18 years, and the last 7 have been in kindergarten. Getty was in Miss Eileen's class last year, and my principal called us in and said she's going to go into one of the kindergarten classes, and so I got the opportunity to have Getty in my class.
Miss Pinky's expectations for the kids are across the board, which gives Getty a true understanding of what it means to have expectations and to have to rise to that occasion. Learning how to share, take turns, listening while someone else is talking or reading a book, that's very different. Getty had to learn those things.
Getty, do you want to write number 10? All right. It's a 1 and a 0. Excellent.
The pace of class is fast, so we need to modify what we do here. You know, the kids don't see it, and Miss Pinky doesn't see it, but honestly, like, there's some days where we're kind of all over the place in the background, making sure that Getty isn't getting behind.
Getty absolutely loves books. I have a cabinet full of books that I have not busted out yet for the kids. And one day she was being a little resistant to wanting to get her work done, and we opened up the cabinet to show her, and her eyes just got as big as saucers, thinking, oh my gosh, all those books that we haven't read yet. So that's our carrot that we're able to use when she's getting a little tired. She absolutely loves books.
Where's the image of the dog? Good. Getty does not get a chance to be passive now, so it's kind of upped the level of expectation for her. So they're reading and writing. She's seen other kids doing it, and we're asking her to be able to do it as well. I think that's why we're seeing things from her that we weren't sure we were going to see from her. So it's been really exciting to watch.
Okay, Getty, ready your spin?
Hey, your turn.
Here we go. Can you see the spinner? Awesome. Here we go. What number did you get?
What number is that?
Good job. Okay, you ready to read number 1?
She's reading. She's reading out loud. So we weren't sure. There was no question that Getty was not going to be able to read, but was I going to be able to hear her verbally read? I wasn't sure. And so I really wasn't holding my breath, but I was really hoping. And they started reading pre-decodable books, and she just, from out the gate, just started reading.
Ready?
Okay, ready?
Good reading, Getty.
It's still considered nonverbal, it's kind of muffled, but her syllables and her timing are absolutely spot on. If you listen for her own personal enunciation, it's like my mind was blown.
Kate and I were just amazed because it takes a lot of breath for her to make multiple syllabic sounds, and she did it. So it was really, really awesome to hear her voice.
My guess is that she had been emerging to that level. She just blossomed. Now it is an expectation. Now, like all the other kids, if she isn't reading, we're talking about why she's not reading. It's very, very exciting. Miss Pinky tries to find lots of different ways to get the kids moving, and Getty loves any kind of movement of her body and any of her extremities, so it gives us a chance to be physical too. Right now we're using just really low-tech visual kinds of cues. So I'm constantly asking her yes or no questions, or I'm having her use her eye contact skills to be able to look and tell me which ones she's picking, or a letter that she's choosing, or what she would like to do in an activity. We do yes and no, or maybe there'll be 4 different answers and then she needs to look on the whiteboard to be able to give us the answers.
Generally, when we offer Getty choices, we give her no more than 3 different choices. So we'll say, do you want number 1 or number 2? And then I can see her eyes at which way she's choosing, either looking at the 1 or the 2, and Kate will always verify with a thumbs up. So that's been a really nice way for me to now start learning how to read Getty a little bit better and understand her choices and how to offer her choices that she can make on her own.
We do have a Tobii eye gaze, and I think that's going to take some time for us because things move so quickly. To be able to have the eye gaze up, ready, to be able to answer a question really quickly, that's ultimately where we want to get to, but right now we're using just low-tech ways to be able to get the answers we need from Getty. I think one of the biggest worries I've ever had with kids is that, is that they would pity her, and they don't. That nervousness of, you know, a kid's gonna say something that they aren't quite sure what they mean by it, that she would have to hear kids feel bad for her, and they don't. So the relationships with kids have been amazing, extremely strong right from the beginning. They just embraced her. Miss Pinky is making sure that the kids understand this is the reason why Getty's not in class, moving on. You know, and it's not kind of like the stopper, it's not a boundary, it's more of these are the challenges, and so this is how we're able to meet those challenges, and this is how we do class.
Good job. Okay, Getty, are you ready? It's your turn. Miss Pinky's going to spin for you.
The kids, they just know she's part of the class. They get it.
The kids don't see the Vigo as a machine, they see it as Getty. And they know that she can't be in the classroom because we've talked about the reasons why she can't physically be here, and they take her as she is. And when the Vigo is somewhere, that's where Getty is. They've seen that she can't participate in the same way that they do, but they love that she's able to participate with them in the way that she can. They don't see her disability, they see past that.
Getty, my 2 teeth right here are wiggly, but I have to wiggle them with something hard. So her 2 bottom teeth are only wiggly if she wiggles them with something hard.
They ask her how she's doing. If we're not there one day, the very next day, the kids are all concerned about why she wasn't in class. They'll bring toys in and show Getty. They can't wait to tell Getty what they did that weekend, and they ask her what she's doing. She's in a social setting, and even though there's a video screen between them, honestly, the kids don't see it.
Elizabeth's gone. Oh, yeah, she dropped it.
Oh, good job. It's an ice.
Good.
Nazine, you're going to partner with Nikki. Come over here, sit next to Nikki. Leo and Getty, you are going to partner together. Brody and Malaya.
Cheryl and Amaya. You're doing good, Getty.
She's very close with a little boy named Leo, and they've actually gone to the zoo together. And he's come over and watched a movie with Getty, and that was wonderful. He's concerned about her in the sense of a big brother. He watches out for her, and he gets excited when he's able to work with her. And so that's really sweet.
Leo absolutely loves Getty. They've had play dates. She reads stories to him, and he sits there super patiently. Malaya is another one who has really taken just a super close bond with Getty.
Daddy, look.
Look at what Malaya brought you, Getty.
Malaya's absolutely a sweetheart, and again, it's just like if two kids made some kind of a bond in class and they want to spend time together and they want to get to know each other, and it's wonderful to watch because when school starts, I know Getty's kind of looking for them. She's waiting just like any other kid would probably be waiting for their friend to come into the classroom.
Recess is one of Getty's favorite times because she can interact with the kids outside in a way in which she can't at home from her house. The kids, they'll put a hula hoop around her and walk around her and say, Getty, look, you're hula hooping. And Miss Marisol will hold the ball behind the Vigo and have Getty throw it to somebody, and they'll catch it and throw it back. They often play tag at recess, and the kids will run away, and Getty will follow along and tag them. And the kids have learned to kind of go a little bit slower so she can catch up, and it's awesome that she's able to participate in that way.
I work with Getty for 2 years now, preschool and kindergarten this year. Getty is very caring, very loving. This year she's more independent, interacting with more of the kids, and she's such a good kid. Never a dull moment around her. She's awesome.
We're going to show our big buddies what we're making today. A special weekly event that we do involves our 5th grade big buddies. And Jonathan is Getty's buddy, and he is amazing with her. And today they were making flags and a picture of themselves as president. Jonathan sits and goes step by step with Getty, and Kate and Getty follow along at home, and they have a completed project.
I like it that she's always interacting with me and she's always having fun every time. I could tell through her facial features. It's good for me because I'm able to interact with someone that can't really do the stuff that I can and figure out what they need and how they need it so I can interact with others later when I grow up and I meet other people.
While Getty's getting socialized through school, comes strong relationships, comes invitations and doing other things like in an extracurricular way. So Getty was given an invitation to a birthday party, and that was just amazing. We were so happy. We felt like that was an extension of, we have a relationship here, but I also would like you to come to our house. So that was awesome. And she went to Nikki's house for her birthday, and some of the kids from her class were there, and she got to take part in a bingo game, and she got to sing happy birthday. And, she just got to be a kid. We were nervous about the health part of it, making sure that all the kids were healthy, and now we're in an enclosed space and it's not in her house. Like, we were thinking of all those things, and then we realized, you know what, we gotta go, let's let her experience that, and she had a great time. So we're definitely willing to go to another birthday party again, but it was wonderful. It was just, that kind of affirmation that she is building relationships.
I was super nervous thinking about having Kate watching everything every second of the day, but it's been amazing. It's been great. We're so fluid, and it's nice to have her sometimes for comic relief during the day, and she laughs along with me, so it's good.
I think she's enjoying just watching them run.
They're getting tired.
We have a village here at home, and we have a village in her classroom. The district has been amazing. Her teachers have been amazing. And I think one of the biggest reasons why this is working so well is that we have incredible teachers. This year working with Miss Pinky has been incredible. We work really well together.
Good job. Okay, Getty, I'm going to call on you and 2 more people. Get ready.
I taught for 10 years before Getty's diagnosis, and we have very similar teaching styles. She works very quickly, and I worked very quickly.
Fantastic. Okay, Getty. Look at what number you got.
We constantly text each other throughout the day, so that's very big for both of us.
Good job, Getty.
So the kids had about 5 minutes left to be able to just do free drawing on their whiteboard. Getty is unable to hold a pen by herself. So to give her that wrist ability, I'll tape a whiteboard pen and then she'll have a little bit of movement. So I put her hand in a particular position and she was able to kind of move her wrist a little bit to be able to draw and have some time independently. After she was done, I wanted to make sure that I captured it for my own personal needs as a mom, but also to be able to show Miss Pinky of what she was doing while the kids were also doing some creative time. And then I would tell Getty that I texted it to her. So it's like a constant loop of information. So Getty knows, Miss Pinky knows, and I know.
I think Kate is amazing. The fact that she is able to do as much as she does for Getty. We text a lot, and it's not only always just school stuff. I have kids, so I think that that's where we've been able to make a connection. She is amazing.
It's obvious to me that education should be accommodated for any kind of a challenge. And in this past year, if anything, I've become more passionate about it because it's so obvious that Getty should be a part of the classroom. Just because she has challenges does not mean that she's not able to do this, this, and this. There's always a way to modify, and there's always a way to make sure that she is a part of all the activities.
Having Getty in my class has opened my eyes to see that every child deserves an opportunity to learn in a way that is most accommodating for them.
Anything is truly very possible. As long as you have a goal and you know what you want your child to obtain. And for us, it is making sure that she's healthy and making sure that she's educated and that she is a student. And she just keeps getting smarter, which is a little bit scary sometimes.
I think it's been great that Getty has been able to be a part of a class, and she's able to have relationships with the kids that she would not have had otherwise. The Vigo has allowed the kids who are in the classroom to see her as just another kid, as Getty.
Absolutely, without a doubt, after school is over, she gets some kind of a physical affirmation of love before she leaves, so it's very sweet. Yeah.
Okay, Getty, we'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.